My paper is titled "Why Investors Are Not and Should Not Be Morally Responsible." And the reason why investors are not morally responsible is quite simple. In order to be morally responsible for an event, you need to have control over that event. And the paper shows every which way that investors, primarily shareholders, have insufficient control over corporations to be responsible for corporate actions. So, for example, voting for who sits on the board of directors is not sufficient to be morally responsible for their independent decisions. The reason why investors should not be morally responsible is because that would imply granting operative control to investors over corporations, which would remove the functional separation between investors and directors, which is essential to the corporate structure and the corporation's existence. An important implication of my research is that it sheds light on the somewhat deceptive marketing practices of social responsibility investment funds. Such funds often give the impression that investing with them will have a direct impact on companies. But when shares are bought on a stock market, shares are traded between traders that are external to the corporation, and therefore no capital flows to or from the corporation, and therefore that type of investing has no real impact on companies. By arguing that investors are not and should not be morally responsible, I'm not saying that nobody's morally responsible nor that nobody should be. What I'm saying is that we're barking up the wrong tree. We need to keep our eye on the ball and place moral responsibility squarely with those who are in charge, namely directors and their managers.